San Francisco is in big trouble. You have real estate properties dropping in price. You have a lot of loans being due. Two massive buildings in San Francisco already being foreclosed, combined together of $1.3 billion down in the drain. Regional banks in the area are freaking out. And it's not just San Francisco over the river, or I guess water, whatever it is. You got Oakland. It's not doing great either, with record low housing prices. Go a little further down to San Jose. It's basically a ghost town with a lot of vacant commercial office buildings, a lot of condos that nobody wants to buy. In fact, tourism is so bad in San Francisco that restaurant owners are ready to pack up and go somewhere else. Now, check this out. You do have San Francisco rolls out the Vacant to Vibrant program for pop-up businesses in empty downtown places. Now, when your city is getting to this point, it doesn't look that great. Okay, vacant to vibrant. Like, what's going on here? I mean, here's the thing about San Francisco. They don't really got their priorities straight. I guarantee you, if they just spend a lot of their time, most of their efforts in just cleaning up the streets, maybe cleaning up the tents, give the homeless some affordable housing, open some more, institutions, extra hospitals, more personnel, and just clean up the streets. It's really not that hard. Like, if you just clean the streets, I guarantee you a lot of businesses will be flooding back. There's a lot of people who moved out of San Francisco. None of them said that it was bad in terms of location, weather, or culture. Like, it's very rich in culture. It's very vibrant. It's a great place to live. I mean, it was actually one of my top cities in the past to live in. But now people are leaving because of crime, homelessness, and if they buy residential property, if a bunch of tents pop outside their residential building, their condo building, their property value goes down. And a lot of small business owners say they keep getting robbed. The government can't do anything. It's just absolutely crazy. And retail stores are closing down at a very fast pace. So fast to the point that vacancies are skyrocketing to 35 to 40%. Property crime concerns are increasing. We're also seeing even candy being locked up behind glass windows. It's how crazy this place is. Now, you also have a restaurant owner saying that he wishes that there was more foot traffic. Things have been good, but not really the best. And, a lot of other major players in San Francisco, they're sick of it, okay? You have Nordstrom moving out, Old Navy moving out, Whole Foods moving out, and that's just the beginning of the list. Guys, we're talking about 10 to 15 different anchor stores like Uniqlo, Anthropologie, moving out of San Francisco. And when these stores move out, chances of them moving back in are very slim. And usually these guys don't move out because if they move out, it costs a lot of money, and coming back costs a lot of money. Most stores would rather just wait out the storm. But if they see that a city is basically hopeless with no changes being done, a lot of these massive businesses will just simply leave and never come back again. In fact, they probably save more money in the long term than just lose money in San Francisco all the time. So this pop-up situation there's so many vacant spaces to the point that if you're a small business, you could do like a pop-up store, food, beverages, arts, entertainment, retail, and more for a 3-month period. Now, I don't really think this is going to help. I think they're also trying to help the tourism industry because there's even a 3,000-room hotel that went bankrupt. Park Hotels and Resorts is an icon in San Francisco. And they pretty much went out of business because they said the vacancies are insane. There's no more tourism. And I don't really think this vibrant program is going to do anything to downtown. I mean, sure, you may have a few stores that go there to open shop, but I guarantee you, okay, a lot of people won't do it because of high crime, high homelessness, and record low tourism. In fact, why would you ever go to San Francisco for tourism when there's so many better places to go to? San Diego, Tijuana's right there. Go to Cancun, you go to Miami, go to Tampa, Chicago, New York City, and even LA is getting a lot of tourism, but not San Francisco. They're kind of screwed at this point. Check this out. San Francisco is at risk of falling dominoes as $2.4 billion of office property loans come due through 2024. Guys, you already have several buildings. In fact, probably 1 in 10 building in San Francisco is facing delinquencies. They haven't paid their mortgages in 3 to 4 months. The banks are about to take it back. Now, some of these buildings are very, very expensive. These are high rises. And look at this, $2.4 billion of office property loans. And I guarantee you half of these loans are probably not going to be paid. We already saw 2 massive buildings defaulting on their loan. Westfield Mall, and also that massive hotel. That's already $1.3 billion. So $2.4 billion. If that doesn't get paid, we're looking at maybe a couple more skyscrapers going default. And this skyline may look impressive, but I guarantee you, over half of this is vacant. Okay, nobody wants this. Uber is moving out. Uber is trying to sublease their it's like 1/3 of their space. It's like 250,000 square feet. Like, they don't even want that. Okay, Uber is trying to move out. Lyft trying to move out. We're seeing a lot of small companies you've never even heard about moving out. You're also seeing startups trying to leave. It's just not a great place to do any business. And this is really bad given the fact that San Francisco used to have a very vibrant commercial real estate market because of the startup scene, right? But because our city has so much neglect. The city's not even that big. It's like 800,000 people, and the homeless population is reaching 10,000. There's tents everywhere. There's urine everywhere. There's feces everywhere. It's just not a great place to live. And the city just doesn't care. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And I really wish that they would just clean things up instead of just rolling out these programs. These programs, hopefully they do help, but I don't think they will help in the long term. I think you're going to have to face the root of the problem instead of putting on a bunch of Band-Aids. It's a shame because San Francisco is by far one of my favorite cities out there, and I really hope they get things under control. Now check this out. Old Navy, Nordstrom, half of retailers are fleeing downtown San Francisco. Guys, I haven't really heard of a city having Old Navy and Nordstrom and Whole Foods moved out. Now, LA, Chicago, they got their problems. Okay, don't get me wrong. They got a lot of problems. But you don't see like massive retailers moving out. Okay, even Chicago, despite how crazy it is, you still have a lot of the big retail stores. When I went to Chicago like a few months ago, there's a lot of retail stores. Like, tourism was actually not bad. Okay, if you go to LA, a lot of these massive stores are still there. Then you go to San Francisco, it's like empty. It's crazy. Okay, and it's not just a couple stores. We're looking at, since 2019, 47% of the businesses in the area have closed. Okay, we're seeing a lot of people leaving, and when they leave, they never come back. These are just small businesses, mid-sized businesses. The scariest thing is the tech scene is dead. Most of the tech bros and crypto bros and finance guys are all moving to places like Austin and Miami. I feel like those places are better. Low taxes, great environment, and also those places also welcome a lot of businesses as well. And check this out. Always San Francisco ad campaign is saying that the city's appeal is trying to court a bunch of travelers. And here's the thing. I don't think a lot of people are falling for this. I don't see Miami coming out with an ad saying, please come to my city and it's a great city. Miami doesn't need that. Miami got messy. Miami is a very good city. And just a word of mouth alone, in TikTok videos, for example, is enough advertisement. I don't really think spending millions of dollars on ad campaigns to get people to your city is a great idea. I've been seeing a lot of California ads recently, and I think they're starving for tourism recently. And that shows that they're not really got their priorities straight. Like I said before, if you just clean up the city, okay, you'll naturally get a lot of people moving back. If you don't clean up the city, people will keep leaving. And no matter how much money you put on ad campaigns, nobody's going to go there. That's what's happening. We're seeing a lot of small business owners seeing less tourism, less office workers, and they're also moving out. A lot of people are kind of sick of the whole environment. They're moving out. And residential real estate is still crazy expensive, but now it's slowly calming down. So give it some time. Look at this townhouse. 2-bed, 2-bath, San Francisco. It's pretty nice, not gonna lie. It's kind of small, but it's pretty nice. It's a townhouse, a little under $500,000. Guys, during the peak, this was probably $1 million. Okay, this is no longer as expensive as before, and prices will continue to drop. Hope San Francisco gets its stuff together. It's a great city. The location's fantastic. But, of course, with the city politics as it is at right now, I'm not sure if it's going to recover as fast as we hope so.